We're going to bring in now Jonathan Schanzer. He's Vice President of Research at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and a former terrorism analyst at the Treasury Department. So just some of the initial news we have about this raid, Jonathan. But for our viewers who might think, wait a minute, Al-Qaeda, Yemen, we've been focusing so much on ISIS in Syria. Talk to us about the importance of Yemen and also what you know about the state of Al-Qaeda today.
Sure. Well, I think actually the question of Al-Qaeda is perhaps the most crucial, and that is that as we've kept our focus on ISIS, that Al-Qaeda has grown stronger. It always has had a structure that has made it very dangerous, and that is that it operates in affiliate groups, scattered groups around the Middle East. The one in Yemen, Al-Qaeda of the Arabian Peninsula, is among the stronger of those affiliate groups, and it has long posed a threat to the United States. The situation in Yemen it's really been chaos since the Arab Spring. You've got Al-Qaeda operating there, but you've also got the Iranians, you've got the Houthi rebels who are backed by Iran, and you've got the various nationalist forces fighting over there. And so it's really become a gray area, an area where terrorist groups can operate with relative impunity. And so Al-Qaeda has taken advantage of that, and they've grown and apparently been plotting an attack against the United States, and it looks like this raid may have disrupted that.
What do you think this tells us about our war on terror under President Trump?
Well, I think the sense is that it's expanding, and that it's not only going to be against ISIS, but it will be against Al-Qaeda. I think it's also interesting to note that President Obama had really relied on drone strikes, was loath to put boots on the ground. This, to me, really appears to be a daring raid, one where the president was unafraid to put boots on the ground, special forces, to be able to get intelligence, because obviously if you hit a target with drones and destroy it, you're not going to be able to get that laptop or those cell phones, which is what apparently the special operators were able to pull out of Yemen the other day.
It's important to get those details. Hopefully we don't get many more. As we've talked about in the past, sometimes it's good just to keep some of that information as classified as possible, all things considered. There is a tie into some other news as well, Jonathan. We have these missile tests from Iran that are happening. Iran is active in Yemen, as is it in so many parts of the Middle East. What do you think it's important to point out about Iran's activity, not necessarily in relation to Yemen, but what we're seeing as we look at the big picture in the Middle East right now?
Sure. I mean, look, Iran has been very busy over the last couple of days. It just targeted a Saudi warship through those Houthi rebels that I mentioned in Yemen, and apparently, caused some casualties. At the same time, Iran launched a ballistic missile. It was the 12th test that it has launched since 2015, since the nuclear deal was signed. Essentially, Iran was, I think, trying to take advantage of the debate that was taking place here, where our attention was placed elsewhere. I think they tried to take advantage of just the chaos that's been going on here in the United States with domestic politics.
So you're saying the debate by the way of immigration policy. The Iranians have been known to watch what's happening here stateside, the news cycle, and as you mentioned, act one way or the other based on that.
I think this was the equivalent by the IRGC of a Friday afternoon news dump before a 3-day weekend. They just see what's going on here and they think they can probably get away with it. And really what they're trying to show is that they were able to do this under Obama because Obama refused to respond to these missile tests. They didn't think perhaps that the Trump administration would be prepared to do so. The administration did raise this at a special session at the United Nations yesterday. Our new ambassador, Nikki Haley, condemned the Iranians, and there's now going to be an investigation into exactly what happened, but we can just tell you that this is the 12th attack, or 12th test rather, that's taken place since 2015, and hopefully this is a sign that U.S. policy is going to change and that we're going to try to hold Iran to account and perhaps even bring our international partners with us in condemning Iran and perhaps even placing new sanctions on it.
Interesting. We'll see where it goes from here. That'll be the key thing to watch. Jonathan, great to have you on the program as always. Thank you very much.